Hi, my name is Ivana Robledo. Today I'm going to talk about the global issue I chose, which is xenophobia. Xenophobia can be defined as a fear or hatred of foreigners or anything foreign, and it is something Mexican immigrants have had to deal with all over the world. And a small example being Mexican immigrants in the United States. Mexicans are the largest foreign born group in the US, with 25% of the 44.5 million of immigrants in the country being Mexican. The clearest and most present example of xenophobia in the United States towards Mexican is the wall proposed by the current president of the United States, Donald Trump, a wall meant to be used to keep out Mexican immigrants, which apparently are drug dealers, criminals, rapists. This is not an issue exclusively of Mexican people. Thousands of immigrants have to go through this in the country they have migrated to. And as reported by the United Nations in 2016, there was a resurgence of racism and xenophobia worldwide, visible in political rhetoric and social media, especially against migrants and refugees. Unfortunately, here in Mexico, we tend to discriminate too. We tend to discriminate too. Clear example are all the people from South America that come to Mexico. I don't know if they're just passing through to get to the United States or they are meant to stay here, but there is a lot of xenophobia towards them here in our country and from us towards them, even if we don't notice it. For me, in a globalized and supposedly constantly evolving world, this is a very disturbing factor. I chose this global issue not because I experienced it myself, but because a lot of people I care about have had to go through violent or racist situations just because they are Mexican or Venezuelan or Honduran or whatever. In another country, they tend to go through this. I think we're all just human, not a race, and we should not be judged or discriminated just based on insignificant factors such as race or nationality. Being targeted by people in a country just because you are a foreigner has never been something that makes sense, but nowadays it is just outrageous. We live in a globalized world where there is not a pure race or a certain correct way of dressing, speaking, or even living. We cannot let ourselves be blinded by hatred or an idiotic sense of superiority just because we were lucky enough to born in this or that place. My perspective after talking to certain people that don't have the same cultural background as I do um, stays the same because I am still against all of this hatred and xenophobia. But also the frustration increases because I have now heard experiences from people I love and their opinions, and I have realized that this is a much more serious issue than I thought it was at first. Um, well, first I would like to quote the rapper Tupac Shakur with Thug Life. The What he meant by Thug Life was the hate you give little infants fuck f's everyone. As he said, hate tends to poison everything, and if it is starting from the roots, it is even worse. So that is how this issue needs to be addressed from the roots where it starts. Campaigns against xenophobic sentiments need to be implemented in schools, and little children need to be taught from an early age not only about inclusion, but also the repercussions of discrimination can be. This is only the very first step towards a solution for this global issue. Follow ups at a higher level need to be made. Repercussions on all those who discriminate against migrants, whether it is a verbal insult or physical violence, should be applied. Campaigns in favor of migrants and aid should be implemented in order to ensure that they have good legal opportunities for a job, medical care, education, among others. At a local scale, it could have a major impact and be beneficial for everyone involved in the issue, as well as an improvement would be made in the economical, social, and environmental sectors of that country. The impact at a global scale would be slower but also noticeable, diminishing hate crimes and social revolts due to discrimination and racism, just like it has happened in the past few months in the United States. Bringing some peace to the most affected xenophobic areas of the world and to migrant families around the globe. As an individual, I feel for my friends and family that live in another country would decrease, and also a sense of safety and security in case that I consider moving somewhere else. Thank you.